What do you want to start off with?
Cereal. Maybe some bacon. I could go for some sausage.
You're hurting me. Like what topic?
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay.
You fucking... I hate you. Welcome to Watch Talk Fun. I'm your host, Griffin.
And I'm Rob.
And today we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of other things. You know, a bunch of things happened this week. And by that I mean, the eclipse happened. Yay! To those who don't know, the Great American Eclipse. To those who don't know, okay.
Which, the fact that they call it that is really stupid. It's an eclipse.
Well, it's an eclipse over the continental United States.
Yeah. But
the last one that happened was, I think, 38 years ago.
It just seems weird. Yeah, it was 1979. But I don't know. Like, naming it seems strange, I guess. Because I don't know, because it's an eclipse. Like, yeah, it's cool, but it's not like, I don't think it's that big a deal. So, like, giving it a name and making it this big event seems weird.
Well, if we were in the path of totality, then it's different.
That's true.
Because, like, I'm pretty sure we've been able to see eclipses before, but it's not like...
Yeah, we don't get, like, a total eclipse all that often.
No, we do not. But yeah, it was kind of cool. The sun looked like a thumb, like a little toenail.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it because I live in New England, and it's always cloudy.
But besides that...
I should specify, it's always cloudy during, like, cool celestial events. When it's, like, 98 degrees and super hot and uncomfortable out, then it's, like, bright and sunny. But whenever something cool is supposed to happen, like a meteor shower or an eclipse, or, like, a satellite being visible, anything like that, 100% of the time, it's cloudy.
Yeah, it's funny. That just reminds me of this story. I forget what the guy's name was. He was a scientist. Lived in ancient times. And there was... Venus was passing over the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a huge event because they would be able to calculate something or other. I don't know. Point is that this guy was trying to get to a place where he could take measurements and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when it was happening... he was on sea. He was on the sea. So he couldn't take accurate measurements. Yeah, right? So he stayed where he was for the next one that was going to happen because it was like 7 years or whatever. Or it was some amount of time. There was like several years.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem is that the one after that would be like decades and decades from then.
Huh.
So he stayed down there to make his prediction, and by the time he came back, actually, he was pronounced dead by everyone, and like his seat at the Royal Academy had been taken by someone else. His wife married someone else.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it was cloudy on the day that the thing happened.
Oh, man.
So that's what reminded me of that.
Yeah, that's some shitty luck. Oh, apparently last night was the new moon as well. I'm looking at a calendar, and that's on there.
Oh,
that's kind of cool. An eclipse and a new moon in the same day.
I feel like that would have to happen. Maybe. I'm just... don't listen to me.
I mean, I guess that does make sense, because it would probably require a full moon to block out the sun. Right?
Do you know what a new moon is?
Oh, the new moon is no moon, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the moon is there, it's just the Earth's shadow is completely blocking it.
Right.
It's an Earth eclipse.
Yeah, technically.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Did you see all the clips from Shepard Smith from Fox News? I guess they called him in to do all the eclipse coverage, and he just didn't give a shit about it at all. So, like, live... Do you remember the VGX, whatever it was, where Joel McHale co-hosted it with Dorito Pope?
No. What's a Dorito Pope?
Jeff Keighley.
Oh.
You don't know that joke about him?
No. Or I do, and the allergies are just so bad that my brain can't think of it.
because he started all these like video game award shows and shit like that, and they were all sponsored by like Doritos and Mountain Dew. He became known as like the Dorito Pope. And there's a good picture of him. Like, it's just I think it's like a headshot. Here,
send me it.
I don't know how to find it. Look it up.
Bitch. Okay.
Yeah, there's a picture of him just like kind of sitting like deadpan in front of a background, and people photoshopped like a Dorito onto his head and like a big bottle of Mountain Dew in his arms.
That's amazing.
But yeah, a few years ago, they did. I think it was called the VGX because it was separate from the video game awards that he was doing prior to that. And Joel McHale co-hosted it, and it was only broadcast online. And I think Joel McHale didn't realize what he was signing up for and didn't know it was only online because, like, I want to say after the first break they took, which was probably like 10 minutes in, he just, when they came back, he had totally stopped caring at all why he was there. And like at a certain point, it looked like he was just he had just been drinking during all the breaks.
Oh, wow.
It was fantastic. But the Shepard Smith thing reminded me of that because he just didn't give a shit at all. I don't know how long he was on talking about this thing. Probably all day, because that's all anyone was talking about. But I saw it on Twitter. This like it was like a 4-minute, highlight reel of him just not giving a shit. It's so good.
That's definitely got to go in the description.
Oh yeah. There's one of my favorite parts of that. He's watching the eclipse live, and he's like, "The sun came back, jalapeno."
Jesus. All right. So in video game news, and by news I mean shit I've been playing. Have you played?
Wait a minute. There is actually video game news. I don't know if you saw it. EA and BioWare have effectively abandoned Mass Effect Andromeda. They made an announcement that the latest patch, it was the 1.10 patch, is the final patch for the game, and they have no further plans for any further patches or single player DLC.
That's a shame.
Which sucks because I guess there's one of the big storylines in Andromeda is what happened to these other arcs. The I think it's the Turian arc and the Quarian arc. I don't know. All these arcs of each species is supposed to be going to the Andromeda Galaxy to have everyone meet up, And the Quarians don't show up, and somebody else doesn't show up. I forget who. And apparently, across the entire game, this Quarian arc is like a ongoing mystery that just ends in a cliffhanger because they were supposed to be DLC for it.
Oh, jeez.
And now that's going to get resolved in either a comic book or a novel. So that sucks.
Yeah.
And I guess that's maybe a good reason to kind of abandon trying to do that game for the channel.
Oh, yeah. That's a shame, though.
Yeah, it's too bad. Because from what I've played so far, like, the game's not terrible. It's just kind of bland.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully they don't just end the Mass Effect series entirely. Give it a rest for a couple years and then maybe reboot it or something. I don't know. Because that is a cool universe and a cool series. Like,
it is a cool series, but I don't want them to milk it.
No. And obviously Andromeda wasn't what it should have been. So hopefully if they give it another shot, they'll have a better team behind it and, a more experienced team, and they'll have like a real story to tell. Because that story about the Pathfinder seems real disjointed. Like they didn't really know what they wanted to do with it. I don't know.
We didn't see the giant energy brambles.
Yeah. Oh god, that thing. Yeah.
So on the PlayStation, like the PlayStation Plus membership gives you 2 free games every month.
Mm-hmm.
And this month was Some Shit I Don't Care About, and then Just Cause 3.
Yeah, what was the other game?
Like I said, shit I don't care about.
There's Just Cause 3 and shit, I have no idea what the second game is. Should probably know that.
Yeah. Just Cause 3 is I don't know how I feel about it. It's like fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's fun, but it doesn't hook me,
Yeah, I had the same problem with Just Cause 2. I think it's that, like, there's not really a good... I don't know, I haven't played 3 at all, I don't know what that game is like, but I know for 2, like, there just wasn't a good story hook. It was like, some stuff happens right when you first start, and then it's kind of just like, alright, go do whatever you want. And that mostly led to me just kind of blowing up towers and gas stations and stuff for a couple hours, and then that was the end of it. I didn't really play it anymore after that.
Yeah, it's something that would benefit greatly from multiplayer.
Is there not multiplayer in Just Cause 3?
Not that I saw.
Ah, okay. Because there was...
I could be wrong.
There was the multiplayer mod for Just Cause 2.
Yeah.
Which was crazy, because I think you could get like 1,000 people in a game. Something absurd like that. Maybe
we tried that once. That was interesting.
Yeah. It's fun, but it's just pure mayhem. Like, you can't really do anything.
Yeah.
I
just remembered a piece of Dota 2 news.
Oh.
They released not quite a patch. It was like 7.06A or something like that. It was one of those kinds of patches.
Weird.
And it was a bunch of hero changes.
Huh. Like what?
And like some item stuff. Well, I mean, like, the funny thing is that they were all changes that, looking at them, I'm like, oh, this was because of the International.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. They took heroes that weren't picked, and they buffed them. And they took the heroes that were picked all the time and nerfed them.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like they took, there's this one player, GH, who was a fucking... Well, the funny thing is that I thought I recognized him for some reason. I couldn't put my finger on it. He used to have... I've seen him in other tournaments. He used to be called God. But I'm sure he had to change his name after Dota got more into like the spotlight.
Yeah.
But he was a fucking god on this one hero, Earthshaker, and they've nerfed Earthshaker.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, he was picked almost every single game by Team Liquid, so...
Huh.
Yeah, no, they slapped him with the... Not exactly like the... They hit him with like a Nerf bat, you know? Not too great, but it was still definitely something there.
It's weird that the way one person plays a character can actually change it for the entire player base.
Oh yeah, no, he abused the fuck out of this hero. And the funny thing is that there's one hero, Keeper of the Light, that they didn't touch because Keeper of the Light in and of itself isn't broken. It's just that GH is fucking insane.
Wait, what?
Like, he's...
GH is that guy?
Yeah, GH is God.
Okay. So what does the GH stand for now? Is he like God Hand?
I don't know. Oh wow, that laugh just fucked the audio.
Oh, weird.
Oh well. Let's see. Oh yeah, so Just Cause 3. It's whatever so far. It doesn't have me hooked that well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've been working on a video. It's either going to come out this week or next. It is a tribute to Roadhog. And it is heavily influenced by this video called A Tribute to Axe from Dota 2.
Huh.
And it's one of my favorite older videos. It's just great. It's just great. Sorry. Allergies are fucking with my entire body.
Yeah, it's been pretty brutal lately with the allergies.
Yeah.
So is it like a comedic video, or is it actually like a serious thing?
Oh, it's so funny. It's it's a song. It's a video set to Can Can.
All right.
It is. Oh my god, it's so good. Link in the description. It's called I think if you literally look up A Tribute to Axe.
Huh.
It's by Jim Ben, and it's great. So moving on to Animu news.
Animu.
Yes. I started watching My Hero Academia.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, I jumped on the bandwagon.
So what is that show about? Because I've heard it mentioned a few times, like recently.
Now, without giving too much away, it's essentially world, like everyone got 80% of the world's population has superpowers now.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, there is a lot of like explosive crime rate, and then this guy shows up named All Might because it's Japanese, and he alone drops the crime rate down to really, really low.
So he's Batman.
And essentially, except with superpowers. But I don't know, it's really cool, and like the main character is this kid who wants to be a hero,
mm-hmm.
but he's at a disadvantage, and even with certain things happening, it's like I don't want to give too much away, even though it is pretty much like in the first couple episodes that you find this out. But I don't know, like it's interesting. It's really cool. The fights are pretty cool. The first season's only 12 episodes, which I thought was strange.
Yeah, that's kind of odd.
Especially for a 30-minute show.
Yeah.
But the second season's like 30-something and ongoing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm less than 10 episodes away from being caught up, and I started it yesterday.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, that's what anime is good for, is binging.
I guess so.
Oh, man. I mean, have you watched anything good recently?
Yeah. Well, I watched the first episode of Defenders.
Oh, I I finished the Defenders.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's that episode just didn't catch me at all.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it caught me because I'm like, fuck, I want them to meet now.
It's probably because I've only watched I watched all of Daredevil, and I've only watched maybe like 5 episodes of Jessica Jones, and I haven't watched any Iron Fist or any Luke Cage.
Luke Cage is phenomenal.
So that might be why it didn't really do anything for me right away. Just especially because it opened on Iron Fist, and I had no context for him at all. At least with Jessica Jones, what I've seen of it, I know something of Luke Cage because he's obviously features heavily in that show as well.
Yeah, dude, I was trying to rewatch Jessica Jones after watching The Defenders because she was pretty badass in The Defenders.
Mm.
And then, like, a couple episodes in, I'm like, wait, Luke Cage is a much better show. And then I started watching Luke Cage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, it is. Luke Cage is so good.
So I started watching the first episode, right? And
no.
It got past the Iron Fist, like, introduction scene. And I think Jessica Jones was after that, and then Daredevil and Luke Cage. I forget what order it went in. Just as the Luke Cage part started, though, I was thinking, like, I think one of the things that bugged me about Jessica Jones was that every time they showed Luke Cage, he was just banging somebody really rough. Like, that seemed to be, like, what his thing was, you know? And I was like, well, maybe they won't do that in this show. And the first scene that he's in, he goes to Rosario Dawson's apartment and fucks the shit out of her on the kitchen table. I was like, well...
Well, to be fair, that was the first time they had sex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they basically, at the end, he was trying... At the end of Luke Cage, he was trying to... There's a whole running joke throughout Luke Cage, which is coffee means sex every single time.
That's what I figured, because she said something about getting some coffee, and then it immediately cut to them banging on the table.
Well, it was funny because he was like, at the end of the Luke Cage, I won't spoil it, but he was just like, they were like, oh, do you want anything to drink? And he was like, yeah, I was about to get something tall, hot, and dark before y'all messed that up. But like when I don't know, it's funny. He's corny but smooth as fuck.
Huh.
Oh, it's great, and he's also a bulletproof black man in Harlem.
Yeah.
It's a really good show. It's also got Mahershala Ali. I think that's how you say his name.
Who the hell is that?
Apparently, he was in House of Cards, and he also won an Oscar for best actor in supporting role for Moonlight.
Huh.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's a really good actor.
Interesting.
He plays one of the villains.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, he's badass as shit.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I got to give it. Well, I got to give it more than one episode, obviously.
Luke Cage is that shit.
I should probably watch the other shows first. It's just, I don't know. Daredevil was just so good. It grabbed me right away, and Jessica Jones just, I don't know.
Jessica Jones is good.
I really like Kristen Ritter. I like her in most of the stuff I've seen her in. So it's not like that I just don't like watching her. It's just, I don't know if it's the character or the pacing or what it is. Just something, I don't know. It just doesn't seem to want to click with me.
The pacing's a little slow.
Yeah.
But the Purple Man or Kilgrave or David Tennant, he is a fantastic
Or Doctor
villain.
Who.
Or Doctor Who, yes. He is a fantastic villain. Every episode, basically, once he starts showing up more, the episodes start getting good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a shame, but he carries that show, in my opinion.
Huh. Well, I mean, that's I think kind of common for villains to be the real strong point of a show.
I mean, look at Fisk.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's definitely one of the problems I had with season 2 of Daredevil, was that I just didn't care about Elektra and the Hand at all. That was all just so boring. Like, oh, they're ninjas. Okay. I can watch Ninja Turtles and get the exact same storyline.
Well, you know what's funny? You know the Ninja Turtles were based off of Daredevil, right?
Not really based off of...
Well, not based off of Daredevil,
but yeah, they share an origin. The chemical that mutated the turtles is also the one that blinded Matt Murdock.
No, I'm talking straight up, like... What's the rat's name?
Splinter.
Alright, and then Daredevil's mentor?
Right, there's supposed to be something where he's...
No, his name is Stick.
Stick, yeah.
Yeah, so Stick and
No,
Splinter,
but I mean,
the bad
in
guys
the comic
of TMNT are the foot.
Right.
Instead of the hand.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, in the comic books, I'm not sure which... I'm pretty sure it's the Daredevil comic. They actually specified that the chemical that mutated the turtles is the one that Matt got on him in the same event too. It was the crash that caused him to get blinded is also the one that ended up putting the chemicals into the sewer and mutating the turtles.
That's kind of funny.
So that's kind of cool, yeah. But yeah, the hand and the foot thing also is obviously a parallel there.
Yeah. I should have the fucking Michael Bay gross ass teeth fucking monster turtles show up in the Daredevil show.
Oh, Jesus.
And just be like, hey, what's that? And then immediately get killed for being an abomination to God. And that would be because...
I didn't see the second one, but that first Michael Bay Turtles movie wasn't terrible.
I didn't see them.
It was kind of bland, as you would expect from Michael Bay. But yeah. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'd still just prefer the original animated version, though.
Yeah. But The Defenders is only 8 episodes, which I thought was really annoying.
Huh.
I mean, it was basically like a long movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Daredevil was kind of like that.
Daredevil was 12, 13, something like that.
No, but that same feeling of it being kind of a long, almost a movie broken up into pieces instead of a TV series, you know?
Well, yeah. I mean, they assume people are going to binge watch it. I mean, like, all the episodes are available immediately. So they have no reason to be like, next time on Dragon Ball Z. You know?
Yeah.
Will Goku finally let off the spirit bomb? Probably not.
Nope, it needs to charge for 6 more episodes first.
Everyone, put up your hands! I can't do this without you!
Is that real? Do they actually do that? Because I always thought that was kind of just a joke people made at the expense of the show.
Oh no, I think he does say that.
Yeah, I watched 1 episode of Dragon Ball Super, or whatever the new version of Dragon Ball is.
I think that's right.
Yeah, and that's all I've ever seen of Dragon Ball. And it was in Japanese, and Goku had the voice of like an elderly woman. So that was really weird.
It's funny because usually the Japanese voices are better.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently this is like some kind of weird tradition thing, and like in the original Dragon Ball series, some old woman voiced like Kid Goku. And then I guess she continued to voice him as an adult, and it was supposed to be like some kind of philosophical thing about how like he never actually grew up because he spent his whole life fighting. So like even though physically he's an adult, like mentally and like I don't know, emotionally he's a child, so he sounds like a child still.
That's interesting.
Honestly, that sounds like typical like Japanese pretension. That sounds like something that would be in a Kojima game, you know?
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Kojima, this is the most jarring segue I've ever done. Speaking of Kojima, I'm gonna go see Ninja Sex Party next week.
Uh-huh.
It has nothing to do with Kojima other than they have a song called The Simple Plot of Metal Gear.
Ninja Sex Party. Isn't that's
Or Starbomb has the song.
Okay, so that is like the Game Grumps dude. That's like his band thing.
Yeah.
Is it a band or is it like
it's him and Ninja Brian.
Right.
And then I think Starbomb is also going to be there, which makes my balls tingle a little bit.
Now, is Starbomb the same people plus Aaron, or is
Yes.
it actually a different group? It's the same people. Okay. 'Cause I haven't heard any of that stuff. I haven't heard Starbomb. Haven't heard Ninja Sex Party.
Really?
I have no idea what kind of music they even make. I just assumed it was like EDM.
No, not at all. Yeah, after this, listen to The Simple Plot of Metal Gear Solid. It's pretty great. But yeah, I don't know what else to talk about, to be honest.
Gamescom is going on right now, I think. I don't know if any stories have come out of that yet. That's like the European version of E3, I guess.
Oh.
I think it's in Germany.
Is that like the Peggy shit? No, I don't know. That's the rating system.
Yeah.
Peggy 18.
Oh yeah, it starts today actually. Gamescom.
Oh shit.
And it ends on Saturday.
That's cool. So
I know Sony teased some kind of big announcement on Twitter yesterday, but I think it's just going to be a Gran Turismo Sport PS4 bundle.
Ridge Racer!
Oh, yeah. That would be amazing if they did a Ridge Racer bundle instead of Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo!
Oh, man.
Sorry, this is... Oh, yes. Okay, wait, hold on. Pause for a second. I gotta watch this real quick before I send this to you. What? Oh, you son of a bitch! Hold on. Oh, those fuck boys.
What happened?
This.
Oh, boy! Oh, the Punisher trailer. Okay.
Yeah. At the end, it shows the date, except the month and day are scrambled, and they don't actually... It just says 2017, basically. It's not telling us when.
Oh, that's clever.
Those fucks.
Alright, let me watch this thing.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, there's the scrambled thing.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so my immediate reaction is that this is basically going to be John Wick the series. From the breaking the concrete floor with the sledgehammer to the way they're talking about him, how he's coming to collect. Like, it just seems like it's setting it up to basically be a TV series about John Wick instead of the Punisher.
I mean, the Punisher's so fucking badass.
Yeah.
Like...
I mean, he's basically John Wick anyway.
Yeah.
Just not as... I don't think he's as cool.
Really?
I mean, it's hard to beat Keanu Reeves, you know?
You saw Daredevil Season 2.
Well, yeah.
He's in a perpetual state of what was it, like, emotional trauma?
Yeah, I think it's just, like, severe PTSD.
No, like the bullet that he got shot with damaged his
right.
brain in the way that basically he's reliving his family's murder in front of him every single day.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So
Damn.
he just fucking kills everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so good.
Yeah, that show's should be pretty great.
Oh, yeah. If they fuck it up, I'm done. So yeah, The Punisher coming out 2017, month and date unknown.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I feel like that's gonna be October. Like they're gonna try to push that as like a Halloween thing for some reason.
I mean, I'd hope. Shut the fuck up. I swear to God, I'll kill you. Okay. I wish I could throw up and then like bounce back that quickly. Cause I am like when I throw up, I'm over. It's over. Everything's done. Like, stop the presses, stop the fucking world. My life is over.
Yeah, I haven't vomited just from being sick in a long time. It's only ever been from drinking.
Yeah, same.
Generally, I can puke once and keep drinking. And then after that, if it happens again, I'm done.
Oh, no. Like, if I get to the point where I need to throw up, that means I'm, like, already alcohol poison level.
See, I don't, like... I can't burp easily, so if I drink a bunch of beer, my stomach gets all, like, full and, like, super bloated. So sometimes I'll puke to, like, not intentionally, but I'll puke after a few beers and it'll, like, get rid of that, and then I'm good.
How do you...
Because it's not from, like, drinking too much, it's just, like, my stomach's too full.
What do you mean you can't burp easily?
I don't know, I've just never been able to burp, really. It just kind of, like, happens every once in a while. It'll be this tiny little thing, and that's it.
What happened?
But I can't, like, make myself burp. I've never been able to. Yeah. Yeah,
better out than in, I always say. I mean, like, it's true. I'd much rather burp than... Like, gas pain is so awful.
Yeah.
Like, it is so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Now... Because I run out of things to talk about. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I should have written this shit down. I had two. I know there was two things I was going to suggest talking about. And of course, I don't remember what either of them are.
Cool. So, let's cue up the music, and then next week, I want to kind of go back and start talking, like, I want to do a one-topic podcast and talk about something that's super deep.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. It'll be, I don't know what the topic is yet, but it'll be good. You got a fucking problem? You jealous you can't burp?
Very much so.
Good.
Oh, somebody replied to my comment on Reddit.
What the fuck? What are you commenting on Reddit for? We're doing a podcast.
No, this was earlier.
Don't you fucking lie to me.
It's not even the comment I thought it was going to be.
Alright, well, thank you for listening to the Watch Talk Fun podcast. I'm your host, Griffin.
And I'm Rob.
Nice enthusiasm.
I was trying to come up with something to, like, counteract the thank you for listening thing, and it just didn't really work.
Well, thank you for listening. We'll see you all next week.
Fuck you.
You son of a bitch!